to see you. It's great to be with you. It is a joy to, probably not a report to all of you, since several of you are deacons, but to report that the deacons are actively looking into more opportunities for us to be together here in the sanctuary as the summer arrives and progresses. And I'm delighted to be together with my colleague, Evgenia, on Mother's Day, as she prepares also for the delights of September. And we become a community in rejoicing to celebrate a new birth. You just heard a piece of church music from the choir master at St. Mark's Church in Venice, from Vivaldi. The first movement of the Spring Concerto. We will hear the second and third movements as our final piece today. But also today, and if my German and or Polish were a little better, I'm going to avoid butchering any foreign pronunciation. But M.G. Fischer, the next piece you hear will be This Morning, called This Morning. It's a choral prelude. And then, if you were tuned into the prelude for worship this morning, the Maiden's Prayer comes to us from Tekla Artazhevska Baranowska. Okay, sorry about that. Her corpus was complete, sadly, by the time she was 30. She died at the age of 30. She had 5 children, and this may be her best known piece. I thought it was absolutely beautiful on the prelude this morning, so it'll be even nicer in person. After that, J.P. Swilling, Under the Green Linden. I spared you my German there. And then Bach's choral prelude, This Day in Triumph for God and Son. So we have a number of wonderful pieces to come up. One of my professors, when I was doing my doctorate, is a woman who's extremely well known in theological circles, but those are pretty tiny. A Roman Catholic nun named Miriam Therese Winter. She goes by MT. Author of a number of books, including most of which are met with controversy and even attack. Because one of the things she did in this book is wrote the Gospel according to Mary. She writes in the introduction 3 times that this is a work of fantasy. Please remember that. It is a work of fantasy. Please remember that. And then, of course, she was roundly assaulted for doing something imaginary. She imagined that she met Mary, and that Mary remembered things as well as Mary could, and that she, MT, brought them into the future as well as she could. And as she comes to familiar texts, really not with great modifications or adaptations. And I will read you of that very briefly from Genesis 1. And Hebrew scholars know these words are actually in there. In the beginning,